now I'm gonna show you all of my single-ish eyeshadows. So first I'm gonna start off with this single shadow from Pat McGrath. I got this one for free because I had this order from this eyeshadow palette with these two glosses. And it's in the shade Celestial. It's a very pretty brown glittery... Oh my god, I still had this thing on here. It's a very pretty brown shimmery shade. I did hoped it would be more shimmery than it actually is, which sadly isn't as shimmery as I hoped it would be, but it's still a very beautiful color. Then I have all of these singles of NYX, and again those were in my, well, I talked about that in my recent lip gloss and lipsticks collections. I got them in an advent calendar and these are the shades. This one is called Utopia, which is a very pretty purple color. It's a matte shade. And then the other four are shimmers. This one is called Dark Purple. This one is called Brown Shimmer. Not like very special names if I have to be honest. They're okay, this one, but it's not that shimmery, and the other ones are like a little bit brighter, which I like more. This one is in the shade Rose Gold. Then we have the shade Utopia Gold. I like the shimmer on this way more. And then the last one is called Purple Shimmer. And obviously a purple bluish shimmer. Then I have this one from MAC, and this is actually a paint pot, but I do use this as a little bit of a base when I'm using a glittery shadow sometimes. Because this one is shimmery. It's like kind of the MAC paint pot that I usually use for putting on underneath my eyeshadow, but because this one has a shimmer and I mostly like putting mattes around my eye, I cannot use this as a base. So I did use this as a normal shimmery eyeshadow because the sheen on this, as you can see, is so very beautiful. And this is in the shade Bear Study. Then I have this Jelly Mud shadow from Colourpop in the shade Sugiero, I guess. It looks very pretty. It was from this gardening collection, as you can see. And it has this little lid on it. But when you open it, it looks like this. And I have to be honest, I have not used this in a very long while and it's still not dried up, which is very nicely. Because this thing keeps everything sealed. No! I'm good. This one keeps everything sealed in there. So this is very beautiful. It's actually a really nicely shimmer, and I do have a review video of this on my channel as well. Then I got this from my mom. This is from a Makeup Factory and it's called Metal Shine Eyeshadow. I'm not really sure if it has any other name, but it looks like this. Nothing very special, it just looks like a normal, more neutral shimmer. It does shine very pretty though. Then I have this one product from MAC Cosmetics. It's a liquid eyeshadow and I do have to say this is so pretty. Like, look at this. This leaves this very pretty blue purple shimmer to it and it dries up and then it doesn't like go anywhere. It doesn't crease. It stays on your lid the whole time, and obviously because there are like a little bit of a chunkier glitter in here, you do feel it on your eyelid, but it's actually really nice and it's very pretty to layer up when you're putting something on your eyes and you don't want anything to be like that harsh or to be like to have it something to grab to. You can put this underneath it, a little bit of a tiny layer, and then put a shimmer over it, and that works as well. Then I recently bought two of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics single eye gloss powders. They do look like this. I really like the packaging. It's very like more neutral for what he was doing normally with the bright pink and things like that, but I have a more neutral one and then I have a green toned one. So the more neutral one is Stardacity, and again they have this like lid on here as well as the Colourpop one has, and then it looks very beautiful. It's deep brown color and it has a little bit of a silvery greenish shimmer to it. And then the other color that I own is the shade Voodoo Glass, and this one is actually so beautiful. It's like a yellow brownish and then it has this very pretty green shimmer all over it. So when you're like moving your head or maybe moving your face like well, your head and your face are the same, I know, but like when you're just like doing this and the light hits it, it has this very, very beautiful green shimmer to it, which is so pretty. And then some of my most watched videos on my channel are these reviews of these Morphe 2 stacking palettes. So I do have all 6 of them. So there were 5 of them, and then they had a Christmas special. So I'm first showing you this Christmas special. So this is in the shade Glitz and Glow, and underneath here it says what you can use everything for. So the above one is called Glisten, then you have Rosy Cheeks, Cranberry and Champagne Frost. So this is actually a very nice palette. Like I said in some different videos, it has a eyeshadow, it has a blush, a lipstick or lip gloss, however you want to use it, a highlighter, which you can also use as a eyeshadow. So this is, and by the way, it does have this tiny little mirror, which is actually really nice to use. So it has this shimmer, and this one is a little bit more of a rose gold. Then the blush is a little bit of a darker blush. Then you have a lip product, again a little bit darker because this was for Christmas. And then the gold shimmer. Very, very beautiful. I love the packaging and I love the stacking of it. It's very easy to take with you and you have so many products just in one component. Then on to the other 5 that I own. This is shade Pink Please, and it has the shades Tulip, Rosy, Taffy and Cherry Blossom in it. So again, like I said, the pink shade. This is just such a beautiful pink shimmer. Then it is this very bright pink blush, which is almost the same, well, it actually looks like the same color as my sweater. Then the pink lip gloss, lipstick kind of thing. It actually matches the blush really nicely, which I really like. And then it has a pinky blush, well, no, a pinky highlighter. And this highlighter is actually like not too pink, but when you're in the light and it hits it, you do see a little bit of a pink tint to it. That's why it's in the pink one. Then I have the peach one, which is actually one of my favorites. I do have, my 3 favorites are actually like this peachy one, it's Fresh Peach. Also Nudie, which is a neutral, like we're gonna use that one, well, I'm gonna show you that one next. And then the pink one that I just used, those 3 are my favorites. So this one is called Fresh Peach and it has peach swirl, papaya, coral and sorbet in it. So this is a little bit of a different shade than what I usually do. This has a little bit of a peach undertone, but with a green shift to it. But as you saw in my, well, if you saw the Jeffree Star Cosmetics one, it like kind of looks a little bit like this, but that one is more shimmery and this one is more like glossy-ish, if I'm right. But I absolutely love that color combination. Then the very pretty dark peach blush. Then you have this dark peach lipstick, lip gloss kind of thing. And then you have this very neutral highlighter, which is really, really nice as well. And the highlighters, they're actually like not powdery, more like a cream sort of thing. And then we're going to Oh So Nudie. So this one has the shade Nude, Cinnamon, Cocoa Rose and Pearl in it. So this shade, such a pretty brown shade. Like it has this darker brown underground shade, and then when it shifts, it's a very pretty, I guess more champagne-ish shade. Then it has this neutral brownish blush. It has a brown lip gloss, obviously matching with the blush. And then the highlighter is a little bit brighter than what I was expecting at the first time that I used this, because I was expecting a little bit more of a brown tint, but I do believe Pearl was the perfect name for that highlighter and I think it fits very well with this. And then I have the shade Stay Golden, which has Sunbeams, Rich Rose, Caramel and Sparkles. So this is a very pretty orangey brown. I do have to say I like this color, but I do think this palette looks a little bit more pretty on someone with a little bit more darker complexion than I have. Then it has this blush, and obviously I could use this and use it a little bit more subtle than some people would, and then it would look nice on my skin. Then it has this lip color, which is very pretty and warm toned. fitting perfectly with the blush. And then the highlighter color is more of a sparkle, so that's why it's called sparkles, because obviously it has all of these pretty sparkles in there. So it's not actually like a highlighter, this is more fun for like something like a festival. And then the last one is in the shade Violet Vibes. It has the shades Lilac, Orchid, Raspberry and Amethyst. And it has this very pretty lilac purple shade on top, which is so beautiful, and the shimmer in it is really bright and pinkish. Then we have this very beautiful Old Rose blush, which fits perfectly with a purple color because it's like a little bit muted. Then you have this darker lip color, which is very pretty as well. And again, this one has glitters like something for a festival like the other one has. But this one is more of a chrome purple-ish and the other one was more gold. So those were all of my Morphe stackings and my single eyeshadows.